Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our English class. Today, we are going to have a comprehension topic about Gran's new house. Now, let's check out our starter activity. We have here a letter and a question. I will read to you the letters, the content of the letter, then I will give you time to answer the question. Grant's Cottage, Darkwood Lane Forest, 4000. Friday, 23rd May 2017. Dear Gran, how are you? Mom told me you haven't been feeling very well. I have baked you some of your favorite cakes and wondered when it would be possible for me to come and visit. I miss being with you, spending afternoons playing in the garden. Hope to see you soon. Lots of love, Little Red Riding Hood. The questions are: who do you think has written this letter? When was this letter written? And what was the purpose of this letter? Pause the video and answer the activity. Now time is up. For the first question, who do you think has written this letter? The answer is Little Red Riding Hood. You can see her name here on the signature. Second question, when was this letter written? The date says Friday, 23rd May 2017. And what was the purpose of this letter? This letter was written by Little Red Riding Hood to ask the condition of her granny. So that's all for our starter. Learning objective: to retrieve and record information from an informal letter. Success criteria: I can complete information based on the given texts. I can write sentences to answer the given questions based on a given text. I can explain the answers on given questions based on inferences from a given text. And I can create a fact file about the character in a given text. Here are the keywords that you may be encounter while reading the text today. First, we got letter. It is a written or typed or printed communication sent in an envelope by post or messenger. Strange. Not previously visited, seen, or encountered, or unfamiliar, like strange places. Gran. Gran is a short for grandmother. Town is larger than a village and generally smaller than a city. And finally, station, a place on a railway line where trains regularly stop so that passengers can get on or off. So here's the text. It's called Gran's New House. You can access this letter also when you open the Collins Connects. You may click on the given link. Sea View, Cliff Lane, Sandy Bay, SY137AB, Saturday, 6th May. Dear Annie, Tim, and Jenny, we moved into our new house just 3 days ago. I think we are going to like it, even though it is strange not living in the same town as you anymore. From our front windows, we can see the sea, and at the back, we have lovely views of the hills. The removal truck broke down, so it took 6 hours to get here, when it should have only taken about 2 hours. Grandad and I thought you may like to come and stay for a few days in the school holiday. If Mom and Dad can't come, then we'll meet you at the station. With much love, Gran. All right. Before I move to our activity, I'll be asking you some questions to think about. First question, when was the letter written? Second question, who wrote the letter? Third question, for whom is the letter for? And For the fourth question, where does the Gran lived? Pause the video and think for the answer. Now, let's move to the next activity. Activity 1. Fill the gap with the correct word given below. Here are the words: hills, 3, broke, sea, 6, and town. Pause the video and answer the activity. Time is up. Now, let's reveal the answers. Alright, so we got Gran and Granddad have moved to a town called Sandy Bay. B. They moved 3 days ago. C. From the front windows, they can see the sea. D. From the back of the house, they can see hills. The removal truck broke down. It took 6 hours to get to Sandy Bay. This should be 6. Are all your answers correct? Well done. Now let's move to the next activity. Activity 2. You have to write a sentence to answer each question, like the one that has been done for you for number 1. To whom was the letter written? The answer is, the letter was written to Annie, Tim, and Jenny. So there's 4 remaining questions. I would like you to read it carefully and answer it in a complete sentence. Pause the video and do the activity. Time is up. And finally, we have our activity 3. How might the children feel about Gran moving house? Do you think they are happy or sad? Write 1 or 2 sentences as thought one of the children is writing. You might be writing for Tim, for Annie. So you have to put what they are feeling when their Gran has moved to a new place. Number 2. Write a short diary entry as though one of the children is writing it. Explain in more detail how this child feels about the move and whether they want to go and visit Gran. Think about any of the children and then write a diary entry, like sharing your feelings. How do you feel when your Gran moved to a new place? Are you planning to come to visit them? And number 3, draw a detailed picture of Gran's new house. Use the text to give you ideas. So, Gran's new house is in a town. In front windows, they can see the sea. And at the back of the house, they can see the view of the hills. Think of that view and draw it on your copybook. Alright, so thank you so much. I hope you have learned something today. I'll be leaving you with this activity. Answer it in your own pace. Don't forget to answer it on your copybook. The main task is uploaded on the assignment tab found on the MS Teams. Thank you so much. Always remember, be the best you can.